Mr. Falk?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Can you tell me what he was like?
Oh, right. I guess he was a funny, jolly kind of guy. A fisherman before he was up here. He wasn't too much trouble. He was friendly with a few of the others, Mrs. V and Mr. Avery. I gotta get back to work.
Joe?
Yep.
I think Dr. Pritchard is angry with me.
Oh, right. It isn't you. She's just... Look, maybe it's best to steer clear of her. Leave her to the professionals. Go chat with Mrs. F instead. She's in the room just below us. She'll talk your head right off.
Here we are, Tommy.
Joe,
What?
do you know much about what this place was before?
The airship? Not really. I was there on the night it blew in, though.
What was it like?
It blew in during a huge storm. The town got together to tie it down. Nobody knew if there were people trapped on board. Next day, in the light, we could tell it was abandoned. A floating shipwreck. Wild.
Wait, are you still meant to be up here? You started at 11 last night.
Oh, right. I'll hang around. Probably missed a shuttle already.
Ted! Ted, you left yet?
Huh? No, still up here.
Good. Can you wait a moment? One more passenger incoming.
Sure thing.
You need to get home and rest. It's only 10 hours till your next shift starts.
You'll be swamped up here.
I'll be no better off if you drop off while feeding a cannula. Get some rest.
Fine. I'll check in on Mrs. V on my way out.
I'll do it. Ted's waiting.
Alright. Cheers, Lil.
Rest up.
Guess I'm off for the day. See you tomorrow, kid.
See ya.
Ida? Mrs. Vaughan? Did you, need anything?
Oh, no, dear, I'm just fine, thank you.
Well, all right then. Did you want me to close the door again?
No, leave it open. I'd like a bit of fresh air.
All right. Well, I'll see you again later.
Afternoon, Mr. Bruce.
Afternoon.
Hey.
My name's Ted, by the way. Casey, right? Heard you'd be around today. I've got to, go do some stuff. But I'll be up here later. See you around.
See ya.
I thought, well, want to see something cool?
I guess.
Come this way.
It doesn't look like we should go in there.
It's fine.
Whoa. Where are we?
This is what the whole ship was like before they fixed it up. Nobody comes down here except me. Don't get too close to the edge there.
What made that huge hole?
Don't know. Can see it from the ground if you squint. It must have almost crashed into a mountain or something.
It's so different to the rest of the ship.
Yeah, this is where the crew would have been. Reckon it's where they control the ship from. Up there is where the pilot would have been.
They're gonna have to fix it before this thing can fly around.
Yeah, I've had a little poke around. Gonna take more work than they think. Anyway, come anytime. I'll be down here when I'm on my break. I'm gonna head in there.
Thanks for showing me.
All good.
Hi again.
Who are you?
Casey. We met before,
Are you sure?
near the elevator. My mum works here, Mrs. Beaumaris.
Ah, the head proctor. And I suppose she sent you to keep an eye on me.
Why would you think that? Are you alright?
I'm perfectly fine, thank you. Now, why are you in my room?
I meant to spend time with you, with each of the patients.
Well, in that case, come in already. Have a seat over there.
What was Mr. Folk like?
Falk? Bloody obstinate, I'll say. Stubborn as a bull in his views. Though it's not for me to speak ill of the dead, so soon after their passing anyway. Wait a second. What have you been hearing about him?
much?
That surprises me. Whatever anyone had to say about him, he was quite the character. This doesn't add up at all. Perhaps he's trying to reach someone else.
Where are you going?
Come along and you can find out.
Okay, I'll come. So, where are we going?
We're going to see Mrs. Vaughan. I haven't been to see her since I heard the news. Rather rude of me.
Why are you going to see her?
Oh, you haven't heard? She and Mr. Falk had a special relationship.
They spent a lot of time together?
Peas in a pod, inseparable, those two. And if there's anyone that he would miss the most, it'd be her.
Were they in love?
Oh, you hopeless romantic. Well, they very well might have been. They were best of friends at the very least. Here we are. Hi there, dearie.
Mrs. Fitzgerald.
I've got the Snoop here with me.
Hi again, Casey.
Just thought I'd pop by and, well, express my condolences.
Oh, yes, well, thank you.
What a day. It's the first time we've lost someone up here. Thought it would be Bouchard to go first myself.
Oh, Mrs. Fitzgerald, that's a bit callous.
If you say so. I suppose they'll have the service up in Melbourne, with his family being up there.
Yes, I suppose so.
What a shock. What a bright shock. Well, I just thought I'd come by and see how you're doing. He was a great friend. A friend to all. To you, in particular.
Yes.
In fact, I was just wondering if you felt anything peculiar after his passing.
Oh, Mrs. Fitzgerald, this just isn't the time.
Isn't the time for what?
For your mystical musing.
Oh, but I think you'd...
I just prefer not to talk about that. Thank you very much.
Well, fine. Suit yourself. My condolences anyway.
Thank you for coming. Goodbye.
If he's trying to reach out, she's shying away. Time to bark up a different tree.
That was about Mr. Falk.
Fine. Come on.
Mrs. Fitzgerald. And Miss Beaumaris, yes, perfect. I have discovered a thesis of my next dissertation.
I'm good for dessert, thanks.
My next book. It'll be about the hospital, about this place.
This just came to you. No strange circumstances. Objects moving of their own accord.
I was in with Miss Hummel, attending to her, as I often do, and it just came to me.
Interesting. Is this...
Is this what?
I'm not sure.
Well, in any case, I'm perfectly positioned to discuss the genesis of this unique sanctuary as mentor to Mr. Pettigrew and as a long-term resident.
Resident? So we're going to have a spot in this new book?
Well, certain. In fact, I was going to ask if you'd consent to an interview.
Little old me? Interviewee? Well, why not?
Wonderful. Tomorrow morning, after breakfast, it'll give me time to put together an outline.
All right then.
Oh, yes, there are so many layers to this. Dream to reality, imagination to construction, comedy and tragedy, of course. Tragedy and conflict. After all, it's default.
Oh, I'm not sure I'd include that. My conflicts with him are my own business.
Oh, I didn't mean...
Aha! I see what you've done. I'll come along to your interview, sir, but I shan't be talking about any conflicts, which I was on the right end of in any case, as is being proven concurrently.
Right end of what?
Never you mind.
Yes, well, I'd best start getting these thoughts to paper. Time is a fickle muse. See you at dinner, Mrs. Fitzgerald. And nice to see you, young miss.
So long, Mr. Avery. Excuse me,
Yes?
how long did you say you'd be around?
Mum said it should be 3 days.
Oh, well, I won't keep you. Off you go. Bye-bye.
Hey.
Sit on the bunk. This is where I hang out most of the time. This place used to be crew quarters, I reckon. So, kinda makes sense.
What are you drawing?
Oh, it's my own comic. Just something I've been playing around with.
What's the story about?
It's a superhero story. There's a bad guy, Pallet. He's got a whole gang. He's trying to blow up a mountain so he can get the gold and make an evil hideout. But then there's girl, Ilk. She has the power of the rivers. She can turn into the water and move anywhere in a second. She's got to sneak around and save the mountain mob.
How long have you been working on it?
Don't know. Couple weeks?
Cool. I like the river girl.
Yeah. Just mucking around. I think this one's going to be good though.
the shuttle pilot?
Yeah, pretty much. I do other stuff every now and then, but I only get paid for the shuttle.
How did you get the job?
Me and Dad got the shuttle working again. When they wanted to get up here, we know how to run it.
What's the shuttle schedule?
There's one before sunrise around 5, then another at breakfast. That's the one you were on. One after lunch. Then there's 2 more round trips. Sundown, then late night.
That's a long day to work.
It's alright. I catch a few wings after the early morning trip. What you riding?
Oh. I'm keeping some notes. It's for this thing for school.
Right.
Well, I'm writing an article about the ship, about its history.
Oh, cool. I'll write a bit.
What do you write?
Stories. All kinds of stories.
Is it for school too?
Nah. I just like doing it.
Can I read some?
Sometime maybe.
I might head off.
Sure.
See ya.
All right. Esther!
Crikey, don't do that to a person. You ever wake a sleepwalker? Don't do that.
How many of these lighters do you have? You know we can't have any open flames. We're on an airship, for God's sake.
Now that's just offensive. Do you think I've taken leave of my senses?
I'm serious, Esther.
This isn't the Hindenburg, love. It's helium in those bags. A noble gas. Inert.
Where did you get this lighter?
I don't remember.
Well, this lighter is contraband. I'm taking it with me.
Do what you will. Nothing that is of this world can sever my connection.
Good. How's the pain?
It exists. Could you leave me be? I have a busy afternoon.
Oh. Fine. As long as you're feeling better. Hey, Case.
Oh, hey.
Interfering with my business.
Young Miss Beau Morris. A pleasure to see you again. Do come in. Have a seat. Casey, my dear, tell me all about yourself.
All right.
Stop right there. Now that won't do at all. When someone asks you to introduce yourself, you must be assertive. Speak with confidence, with pride in who you are and what you do. I'll show you. Ask me who I am.
Who are you?
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. The name's Neil Avery. I'm an author, a motivational speaker, and an entrepreneur. I've sold thousands of books and presented talks the world over. When I started out, I barely had a penny to my name, but I pulled myself up by the bootstraps. I graduated magna cum laude from the University of Sydney and built a successful business out of nothing but my own ideas and hard work.
Wow.
You see what kind of impression you can make? Yes, maybe I can use that.
Hey, Mr. Avery.
Hmm?
The man who passed away,
Mr. Falk?
what was he like?
Oh, Hugo. Exemplary. An exemplary character. Extraordinary vigor. Of course, in a hospital. Mortality is not unexpected. However, in a case like that of Mr. Falk, it comes rather more as a shock.
Did he have any family?
Oh, certainly. Falk. Now, I believe that's a Finnish name. He certainly had family here. Been here for 30 years or more, I'd heard him say. He'd certainly have family local to the area.
Were you friends?
Oh, of course. Thick as thieves we were, though he was charming with everyone, and certainly close with Mrs. Falk. Nonetheless, I always felt that he and I had a special rapport.
Why was it a shock?
Well, he was a vigorous fellow, as I said, bursting with energy. He had a kind word for any who crossed his path, but nor was he without a fiendish side. A true prankster. As one attains a certain age, one can less and less take for granted such a life force as his. I'd best get back to it, Casey. As my dear friend's example shows, there's not a moment to waste. I have so much in here. I must wrangle it and wrestle it and inhume it upon that page.
See you later, Mr. Avery.
My deepest regards. Come by any time.
You're back. Good. In you come. Take a seat.
Do you know why Dr. Bouchard is so angry?
Ah, so you've met her? Dr. Bouchard. Well, she's in a lot of pain. And according to the doctors, she's got weeks left to live. Poor woman.
Can't they cure her?
Some illnesses don't have a cure, especially at our age.
It's scary.
It's hard to imagine, yes. We've all got to go sometime, but it doesn't lessen the sting when it's your turn.
This feels weird.
What does, dear?
Just, I don't know. Are you okay with me being in your room?
Oh, of course. Let me let you in on a secret. We oldies love company. We'll just tell you if we want some time to ourselves.
All right. That makes sense. Thanks.
Not a worry.
What was your childhood like?
Oh, my childhood. Let me think. It was quite a while ago now. What do you want to know?
When were you born?
A revealing question, but I'll bite. 'Twas the year 1899. The turn of the century was upon us. I was born just before Confederation, back when this was the colony of Victoria.
Did you go to school?
School? Oh, no. There were no schools around here back then. Only farms and mines.
What was your family like?
My family. All right, give me a moment. Well, my father worked in the coal mines. That's why we came down here. My family. My mum was busy all the time. By the time I was born, there were 4 of us. Soon to be more on the way. I don't know how she did it.
Take me to the nurse's station, please.
That's your mum.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'll see you then.
There you are. It's past 5. Ted'll be waiting.
Sorry.
Yes, well, I just can't be tracking you down all the time. Let's go then. All right. Let's get home. Damn, I think we're out of leftovers. Oh, I'll throw something together.
I met Ida, Mrs. Vaughan. She was really nice. She asked about my writing.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I spent some time with Mr. Bruce. He talks quite slowly.
Yes, well, he's one of the oldest up there. So, did you see many other patients? You did, didn't you?
I saw some. I mean, there's a lot happening up there. I don't know if I saw everybody.
Nobody asked you to see everybody, but you should have seen more than a couple. Look, just... maybe I shouldn't have. Never mind. I've got to check these over. Give me a minute.